Hi, my name's Leo. I use he, him pronouns, and I am a trans man. I think I sort of knew I was trans as soon as I found out that being trans was a thing. It was kind of a real light bulb moment of oh, I think I've kind of learned a lot more about my gender and my gender presentation as I've kind of come out and met more trans people and got more involved in the trans community. I don't feel safe in the UK at the moment. It doesn't feel like a safe place for trans people at all. I think the government's treatment of trans and queer people is disgusting. I think it's becoming more and more obvious that the government that we currently have just do not care about queer lives and about trans lives.
And we shouldn't get bullied into believing that people can be any sex they want to be. They can't. A man is a man and a woman is a woman. That's just common sense.
His opinions on trans people, it was terrifying watching that and hearing the person who's supposed to be leading this country have those opinions. And I think what was even more scary than what he was saying was the people that were then cheering and clapping after he said it. It's very difficult to come to terms with that, I think, because these are the people who are supposed to be keeping us safe.
Ed Davey has been very busy. Like me, you were probably seeing that he was busy trying to convince everybody that women clearly had penises. And I was reflecting, you all know I am a big fan of everybody studying maths to 18. But it turns out that we need to focus on biology to 18.
In terms of the future of sort of trans rights in this country, I hope that we can live in peace. I hope that I can make it past early adulthood, because I think that feels like the reality right now, that I am genuinely scared for my life in this country. And I hope that we can get to a point where I don't feel like I am putting myself at risk by just being out and being who I am. I think it's important to recognize the privilege that you have and use that to amplify the voices of trans people who are trying so desperately to talk about what's going on and to make people aware about what's going on. Our voices aren't being heard. So use the privilege that you have as a cis person to share our stories, to share the things that we say, and to amplify what we're trying to get across. I think it's really hard to feel like we're in a safe position right now to be protesting and to be standing up and trying to make the change that needs to happen, because people are being murdered for this. And I think it's, you only have to kind of look at some of the things that have happened in the past year. People should just recognize that we should be able to just live in peace anyway.